Welcome to The Insider. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, comment and click on the notification bell for latest football news vibes. Gary Neville believes that Tottenham could have had two of their defenders sent off in the first half against Chelsea before Christian Romero was then shown a red card after a frantic opening 30 minutes. The home side were dominant in the opening 15 minutes and went ahead early via a deflected Dejan Kulusevski strike. Son Heung-min thought he had doubled the lead soon after, but saw his goal ruled out for offside. Things then descended in anarchy. On a weekend of yet more VAR and refereeing controversy, here was no different. Firstly, Destiny Udogie went in with a two-footed tackle on Raheem Sterling, jumping off the ground to win the ball. The Italian was off the ground with his attempt, but did take the ball and very little of Sterling. Neville felt that he was lucky to stay on the field though. He gets the ball, but let's have a look at it from here, the former Manchester United full-back started. That's the one that the footballers and professionals hate. You don't do that. That tackle was about 15 to 20 years ago, and I think that is the classic red card. I think he may get away with it because of the fact he gets the ball, but that's a shocker that you don't do that anymore, or ever did because you knew you were going to be in trouble. Raheem Sterling sees him coming and just pulls his leg away, but he's a lucky boy. That is a challenge that is universally hated. Just moments later, Chelsea thought they had equalized through Sterling himself, but saw the goal chalked out for a handball in the build-up. However, before Sterling had gotten to the ball in the box, Levi Colwill had been on the receiving end of a lash-out from Romero. The Blues were denied a goal, and Neville felt that for the second time in quick succession, Spurs had got away with one. It comes back and hits Raheem Sterling's hand, I think. That isn't going to count, he called correctly. But I do think Romero is in trouble at the other end. They might lose the goal, but Spurs might lose the man. Yeah, he's in trouble. If he had the whereabouts, which I know is difficult to square it across, he'd have got away with it, but because he scores the goal. The Spurs fans are cheering, but they won't be cheering in a minute or so. We'll see what happens now with Romero. Udogie should be off, that is an absolute fact, that's 100%. I think Romero is a lucky boy because when you normally do that and just kick out at someone without anyone being near you, you ordinarily go off. It reminds me exactly of David Beckham. Maybe we can get VAR to overturn that one. Things got even more complicated in the aftermath of that though, with another triple decision being made. Chelsea had the ball in the net via Moises Caicedo and a surprise left-footed strike, but that was once more ruled out with Nicholas Jackson judged to have been blocking the view of Guglielmo Vicario as the shot was taken. VAR was needed again though, with Romero eventually sent off for a high tackle on Enzo Fernandez inside the box. He had taken a swing at Sterling, but made no contact before then lunging in and bringing down his fellow countryman. After a lengthy review, a red card was given following more than 5 minutes of stoppage, and Neville broke down the call in detail, whilst everyone caught a breath. Is a Chelsea player standing in there and interfering with the goalkeeper? Jackson maybe? It's gone through his legs, no, not a penalty, he has missed everything there, Mickey van de Ven. He then gave one of his now iconic squeals. Oh no, Romero, you. Honestly, this is mayhem. That's not a penalty first tackle, that one is. That's a penalty for me and a bad challenge. This is incredible. The offside we will find out about, but I'm going with the fact that I think it is a penalty to Chelsea, irrespective of whether this goal is allowed. I think if this goal is disallowed, they should go back and look at the Romero challenge and give a penalty. I think it's a penalty. This is where I thought we'd goal disallowed. This one is not a penalty. He misses, even though it is a wild waft by Van de Ven. You have to check the next one, VAR, don't miss it. That one. That's a penalty. He plays the ball, but I don't know why he's followed through the way he does. It's a mad challenge from Romero. He doesn't have to follow through like that but his studs right into Enzo Fernandez's shin. That is a penalty. They are going to review it. If you go back to Curtis Jones' one a few weeks ago, which I thought was harsh, this one is a lot worse. For those of you watching at home thinking he gets the ball and it's a natural follow-through, trust me, as a defender that is not a natural follow-through, that is not what you do. He's gone over the top as he moves through the ball. Yeah, it's a red. He could have gone earlier. I was 50-50ths on it. I have no sympathy for him. He makes wild challenges, he's a great defender, he's passionate, he's fiery, but he knows every single time what he is doing, and it's the wildest of challenges. They have just shown it in the stadium, and they are not happy because they think he's got the ball, which he did. The Spurs fans behind that goal are going crazy. On Monday evening, Tottenham and Chelsea played one of the most chaotic Premier League matches you'll ever see. Mauricio Pochettino led Chelsea to 3 points on his return to Tottenham as the Blues came from behind to win 4-1 in North London. But that doesn't tell nearly the whole story from a crazy match that saw no fewer than 10 cards dished out and the hosts reduced to 9 men. The first half alone ticked along to almost an hour after over 12 minutes of injury time were awarded, following an incident-packed opening 45 that included 3 disallowed goals, a red card, a penalty and no shortage of VAR controversy. Tottenham made a lightning-fast start and opened the scoring through a deflected Dejan Kulusevski effort after just 5 minutes. Son Heung-min almost doubled their lead a short while later, but he'd marginally strayed offside, and the well-worked goal was chalked off. Chelsea grew into the game from there and eventually equalized via a Cole Palmer penalty, but only after 2 earlier goals had been disallowed, while Christian Romero was dismissed for giving away the spot kick after a reckless foul on his Argentina teammate Enzo Fernandez. Ange Postecoglou's men continued to play a high line even after Destiny Udogie was dismissed in the 55th minute for a second yellow. Chelsea then proceeded to make hard work of breaking Tottenham down and missed a number of good chances before they finally got a counter-attack right and went ahead through Nicholas Jackson. 9-man Tottenham had chances to equalize late on before being caught twice more on the break in injury time, with Jackson completing a first career hat-trick. Here are 10 stats from a wild game of football at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Ange Postecoglou had never before lost a home league game in England or Scotland. This was a first across 43 such matches in charge of Celtic and Tottenham. Jackson became the 3rd Chelsea player to score a Premier League hat-trick against Tottenham, following Tor André Flo, December 1997, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, March 2002. Jackson, 1, now has as many Premier League hat-tricks as Dennis Bergkamp and Eric Cantona via Duncan Alexander. Chelsea's total expected goals of 4.04 xG is the highest registered by any team in any Premier League game this season. 4 of the top 5 lost in this Premier League weekend. League leaders Man City now boast the best attacking and defensive records in the division. Inevitable Spurs were the last team to suffer a Premier League defeat this season. Nice, Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich are now the only sides in Europe's major leagues that remain unbeaten. Of Tottenham's starting only 4 made it to the 61st minute without being substituted or sent off: Pape Matar Sarr, Guglielmo Vicario, Yves Bissouma and Heung-min Son. No Premier League player has received more red cards, 4, than Christian Romero since the Argentinian made his debut at the start of the 2021-22 season. Chelsea now level Manchester United as the team to have registered the most Premier League wins away at Tottenham. Thanks for watching this.